What is up, guys? This is Kobe here, and it definitely looks like I've got something to talk about. So on the night of March 4th, I try to get on the game as per usual. I haven't really been making too much content on YouTube lately. I'll get to that a little later on. But I try to get on the game as per usual. I try to log in, and then I was hit from the message at the start of the video. So what that message was protection mode. So essentially how protection mode works is that they will lock your account. It's either Nexon manually locks your account, or you as, a character or as a person triggers the lock on your account by either getting the password incorrect too many times, getting the pick incorrect too many times, or even failing the lie detector for character creation and deletion too many times. So those are all ways that you can get your account locked or protected. So now you might be wondering, how do you get out of this said protection mode? Well, personally, I have absolutely zero power in getting out of protection mode. If I did not know the owner of my account, I would have this mode forever. I would no longer be able to get on my account at all. It would be unrecoverable, period, point blank. But luckily for me, I have a decent case. So from what I know, the owner of the account has to be around and has to re-verify the account that you're playing on. They also have to be in Korea. If not, the owner of the account can give their information to somebody who is in Korea for them to unlock the account for me. Now, I did contact the owner of my account since he is still around. So he is definitely helping me out with that, and I can't really thank him more than enough. Of course, there are certain circumstances that you can meet to where you can unlock the account when you're outside of Korea. I don't necessarily know them too much exactly, but I have been learning a couple things from the past couple days that have made me realize that it is clearly possible that I can get my account back, and I do humbly believe that I will get it back. Now, in terms of when I'll get it back, though, well, this is the part where it gets a little awkward. It could take between a few days to a few months. I can't really decipher when I'll be able to get the account back, which is the very, very big troublesome thing. These protection waves, Nexon manually started throwing out in like early February, like a day after Pathfinder came out, and several of the foreigner community has been hit. For me, I personally thought I was fine, but a huge red flag that was on the account that I was playing on was that it hasn't been verified for the last 7 years, meaning I could not purchase NX on it at all. For any of my NX needs, I would have to use another account and then purchase NX on that, just say, so what, something like that. But that's just essentially how things have been going down. So at the current moment, I no longer have access to my account. What you are currently seeing on the screen is old footage that I recorded but never really uploaded to YouTube. There are actually some footages of my Pathfinder progression that has never been uploaded that I probably should have uploaded a long time ago. And now, after something like this, I deeply regret the fact that it just wasn't able to get on YouTube at all. So this is just currently the footage that I have. Hopefully I will be able to get back on this character soon, or this account soon, so I can bring more of this higher level content to you guys, but it really depends on the situation. I've been sitting around after I got protected, and I've been thinking about what my future plans are going to be. So I did come up with a few options. It's either one, quit the game for good. Now, right now, in my current real life predicament, that is not going to happen. I just don't feel like I'd have too much to invest in outside of Maple to where I'd get to the point where, I wouldn't have to worry about the game anymore. Now, of course, I always want like a little time killer whenever I finish with like school work and, work and whatnot. And Maple has always really been that time killer for me. So without Maple, it's like I just have all this free time, and what else I'm gonna do with it. So plus I'd be able to still make YouTube videos and stream for a little bit. That's always something I find kind of productive as well. So I figured I'm probably not gonna quit the game, even though it's the best time to be able to. The other option is to create a Naver account and start a free-to-play progression series. That has been my most looked at option by me at the current moment. I actually, in fact, started a Naver account on stream earlier, and I leveled up an arc to 61 or 63 rather, just so I can go through the adventure events. So that's there as well. The arc would not be my main character of that account. My main character will be, something else that's not an arc. But only time will tell if I really want to pursue that or not. Right now, that's just looking at my best bet. And my last option would just be to wait for the account to get unprotected, which will take either, like I said, a few days to a few months. And then I would just continue playing that account. But of course, if I continue playing that account, I can't guarantee that it's going to be safe from another protection mode, from it happening again. For example, give or take Orange Mushroom. If you guys know Max, the owner of the Orange Mushroom blog, he has been protected twice. The first protection he was luckily able to get out of, but the second protection he just couldn't get out of it at all. This whole entire foreigner community is being attacked by this protection mode, and the only thing we can really do is navigate over to a neighbor account and kind of rock with it there. The only person I know for a fact who hasn't really been protected yet is Steve. Steve, though, is in fear of protection, so he decided to already move all of his gear to a neighbor account and made a Demon Slayer instead of a 0. So his account is essentially going to be, lost. That's really it. There are a couple others who have used Chinese bot accounts and have still not been protected yet, but I feel like with recent policy changes happening in Nexon Korea, they might be protected eventually. So I can't necessarily trust those accounts anymore at all. So as of right now, my only decision is to just play on Naver and then just rock with it that way, and that's it. So now I have a question for you guys. Do you guys want to see I'll probably upload whatever little Pathfinder footage I have left, whether it be stream highlights and whatnot. But after that, would you guys be looking forward to seeing a free-to-play KMS progression series while I wait for my account to be unlocked? It really depends on how far I go with it. If my account is locked for a few months, and that does leave a lot of time for me to be able to make this kind of series and, to be able to actually play the game and whatnot. Now, questions that do arise about, a new series coming from me is that what's going to be something that's going to make me stick with it? Because I've always started series and I've always dropped them very shortly after. For me personally, I think I will stick with this because I will be playing on a server that I know and love a lot more. I do love KMS a lot more than I love GMS. No harm in that. GMS just has flaws such as Keishin Shokan that I can't really get on, and the whole meta revolving around that skill and just so many other things is pretty annoying to me, and I don't want to restart on GMS again. So I decided to take the initiative and then make kind of like a little free-to-play progression series on KMS. Early game could be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get through it without too many problems. And that's about it. So if you guys are looking forward to seeing a brand new series of KMS free-to-play progression while I wait for my account to be unlocked, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you have any more questions regarding protection mode, feel free to ask. I will answer you guys, because right now, this is a little bit of a rough time. First of all, I haven't even uploaded in a month. I mean, after I uploaded day 3 of my Pathfinder progression on YouTube, I actually got sick for a week, so I can justify that. But after I got sick, I can't really justify that besides just sheer laziness and whatnot. I haven't even been streaming a lot recently either, so I'm really just trying to, pick things up and see what I can do and just look and see how the future of MapleStory is for me. And that's necessarily it. So I'm repeating myself for like the 3rd time here. Comments, let me know what you think, and that's necessarily it. I will be back later, and that's a shitty ending. I will catch you guys later. Tune in for the next video.